Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we just fairly dominantly won a war against the French Republic and Austria to protect the sovereignty of Persia. Of course, because we want to take over Persia, not because we want to protect Persia's sovereignty. Now, are we actually running this deficit? Yes, we are. Okay. Although a lot of that is due to demobilization, which is going to go away over time. So that's absolutely fine. I'm not too concerned about that. Oil has been discovered in Saskatchewan. Perfect. And we are currently building a bunch of government administrations here, and those are currently needed for all this bureaucracy. So let's check in real quick here, make sure that we don't need to incorporate any additional states. I'm fairly certain we don't. And yep, that looks good, and we should be pretty close to done establishing colonies, but we can get one going in Chad. So that's fine. Wonderful. Oh yeah, this is going down very quickly. I like it. So no real problems on those additional expenses there. We're working on the electric arc process at this moment. That is, of course, working towards arc welding. So basically, we would grab electric arc process, pneumatic tools, which I attempted to queue up here, and it's not allowing me to queue. Oh, we already have it. Never mind, I'm dumb. Okay. Arc welding. There we go. We'll queue that up next. So our colonization of Niger has ended. Perfect. That should mean that we're able to incorporate it. And let's see here. Yes, indeed. It's right there. I don't need to pan through the list. Cool. We have some inefficient agriculture, and there's philosophical pragmatism. Sure. How are we doing on our innovation cap here? We're actually fine on that front. Okay. I would really, really like to get some education change. Actually, we could do public schools now. Absolutely do that. Absolutely do that. Yes, the Anglicans are going to be very upset. They'll be fine. We can start cutting our taxes after this war now. We're almost done with our additional expenses, so we actually can't cut our taxes this far. Sadly. How much are we paying in interest? 29.2k. 57.6k in subsidies. That's definitely come up. Okay, let's check through here. We've got some market access issues, and explosives are actually still expensive. We can handle that explosives issue. So we can build some chemical plants, and we can definitely bring Basra here up by, this is going to be what, 17. Over here in Midlands, we can bring this up a bit. And yeah, I know we've got some labor issues, but we can bring this up by 19. And then in Lebanon, we bring it up by 20. And then in Palestine, we bring it up by 26. Okay. There we go for now. Yeah, I guess Charles Gordon can be a major general. That's fine. So Palestine, we have a little bit of reduced construction efficiency. It's not going to take us too long to get these chemical plants built. Yeah, that looks absolutely fine. Not a big deal whatsoever there. I do, however, want to check in on our port situation. We can queue these up, but I'm doing that at the bottom of the list. There we go. So those are low priority constructions for the moment. Let's check in on our infrastructure overall, and this is high priority. So we need to build infrastructure in a number of locations here. 132. Okay, so 132 divided by 15 is what? Like 9 is what we need? Yeah, that should be about right. That'll be 135. So that is absolutely fine. We'll get that underway. So the railways are the top priority, followed by the chemical plants. And then after that, we'll get the shipyards working again. Cool. So we're working on paying down our debt. That's going to take some time. It's about 5 weeks per million and then 20 million. So that's going to take a bit. Close to a year at this rate to pay that off. And then we can start thinking about cutting our taxes back down. How are we doing militarily now? Okay, that's not the best in the world. Well, actually, it might be the best in the world. No, it's not. But we just beat France. I'm not actually that concerned about France. GDP is what really matters here. We can definitely see during that war, our GDP growth took a hit, which is sad, but it's fine. That'll be almost entirely due to our conscripts, I think. So no major issues there. Let's get these railways completed. Those will be done in 19 total weeks. Beautiful. So, how are we doing with infamy right now? We're at 18.3 infamy. We should think about attacking someone. There's a South African capitalist revolt. Okay. Seems ambitious. We're going to send George Smith over to here. And then we're going to send, say, Bartholomew Leslie down over this way. And that should be handled. No problem whatsoever there. So public schools is progressing reasonably nicely. I definitely want to think about attacking something. And there's another diplomatic play over this way against us. Okay, sure. New money, huh? Sure, standard of living sounds good. Let's send Timothy Colebrook over here. And then we'll send, say, Prince George. Most of these have absolutely 0 troops under them, or way too many troops under them. But we'll send Alexander McBain out over here to Baroda, and we'll see if they're able to actually hold those lines. I kind of doubt it, but I mean, by the time that's done, the South African military revolt will probably be over. So it should be relatively okay. No major issues there, but if we're going to have those internal issues, I would really like to attack over this direction and, like, conquer Mosul. That'd be really good to do. Just get Tabriz actually linked up to us. I would love to do that. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to send Massey Basley out over this direction. Oh, we can't reach that front. Right. We're going to send Massey Basley out over here, and then we'll send Norman McAllister out over here, too. I'm not going to raise up conscripts. That should be good for now. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine for the moment. Do we want to take anything else from the Ottomans? Well, probably. We probably do. So we can certainly think about returning Ottoman Adana. Yes, do that. And then we can add a war goal for, say, Deir ez-Zor. Where is that in here? Am I blind? Here it is. Okay. We can add in a war goal for Diyarbakir. That sounds like a good one to do. And that puts us at what? 56.9? Maybe we chill after that. We just take that. Maybe we take Erzurum and Kars as well. How many more maneuvers do we have? How greedy do we want to get here? We have 43 maneuvers. Okay. So let's take Erzurum, and we'll see what that's going to be. 18.4. And then we add in perhaps Kars as well. That's pretty much all we've got. Ottoman Montenegro would be over here. East Aegeans. We're not interested in those. We can't actually get Kars with the number of war maneuvers it would cost. So this is what we got. Putting us at 75. Okay. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, to be clear, if Austria actually joins in on the Ottoman side. Moldavia did. We're not shocked about that. We could definitely start improving relations with Austria, but I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so I'm going to have this guy over here be told to just defend this front. I'm not really expecting them to hold out there. So we've got all of this going on, right? We're going to be stretched a little bit on the thin side. We'll see if Austria decides to intervene on this. They're currently leaning towards the Ottomans, but I think they're in another... They're in a lot of diplomatic plays here, but they do side with the Ottoman Empire. Now, Austria can get down here. So, we need to go into our generals here. Canada HQ, North Sea HQ. So that's England, Zanj, Anatolia. Okay, Norman here can get promoted. There we go. And what else do we want? So the Canada HQ has a lot. North Sea HQ does still have a lot. And we can't really recruit in another general. We would need to, like, dismiss one of these. Yeah, there we go. So let's get one from the North Sea HQ, and we'll recruit you. So that is Peter here. We'll promote you up, and we'll promote you one additional time. And then I'm going to mobilize you and send you over also to this front. Then I want to go into the Canadian front. Who do we have that is... You're the Canadian commander. Okay. We'll promote you up a couple of times. And there we go. Cool. So that'll get us a bunch more of these resources freed up. I'm not really expecting this to be that tough of a situation. We'll see how it plays out. Wait, did Austria... No. Austria did not declare neutrality in this play. They declared neutrality in a different play. Got it. So this is going to end quickly. We're not expecting this to be difficult. War with South Africa's military revolt has broken out. Beautiful. So that's going to be done significantly before our Ottoman War is done, which is, of course, this one. What is going on over here? The French are leaning towards taking Macron. I don't want the French to take Macron. So if we're going to end up doing this, then we're definitely going to need to get conscripts going again. So we'll conscript on up, and let's see how this goes. This is going to hurt our economy, for sure, but not as much as losing some of these territories to France would. I do not want France taking territories out over here. They need to keep to their little region. That's the idea here. So we're going to activate all of these conscripts, and this is probably overkill. We know that we can beat France and the Ottomans. We've already done it. So this should be reasonably fine. We are going to need to bump up our military wages. So we'll do exactly that. And we're going to wrap up some of these other wars very quickly. So war with the religious revolt over here has broken out. And we fully expect to push through this quite swiftly. The South African military revolt is already over. Okay. So I don't know where all of our forces are necessarily here. I do want to send this guy out over this direction. We can send George Smith out to one of these locations out this way. Bartholomew Leslie is a little bit stronger. I'm going to send him over here. Edmund Glencorse can be mobilized, and he has no battalions. Okay, sure. This guy can be mobilized and can head down over here. You can be mobilized and can head over here. Lewis McRae can be mobilized and can head this direction. Michael Grosvenor can be mobilized and head over to somewhere over here. And this is all reasonably fine for the time being. Okay, so there's all of those fronts done. We're going to need some troops headed down into the Pacific as well. So for now, that's okay. We're going to be stretched a little bit more thin than our previous wars, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Cool. So France is uncertain here. And the Ottomans are fearful. Hopefully we can get this all crushed relatively quickly. That's the idea. This one's already done. So the South African military revolt is complete at this point. We just have to wait for them to give up. War with the Ottoman Empire has broken out, and we know that they're going to push in over on this side, right? That's obviously expected. I'm actually surprised we're still making money right now. That's good. We're very happy about that. We're still working on these chemical plants, but they're going to be done relatively soon here. So that's looking solid. We're pushing through this revolt. No issue whatsoever there. And of course, we have most of our war with France already covered. So this is in the countdown to war at this point. Our war with the Ottomans is not going to be over by the time this is started. I think that's pretty clear. But we can push through here. And we're mostly looking to clean up a bunch of these fronts, right? So a lot of these, like, I'm going to actually move these guys over to this front instead. There we go. So war with the French Republic has broken out. Wonderful. And these fronts are all going to clean up relatively quickly. So for now, that's fine. We were already at war with Austria. So this is not hugely shocking in any meaningful way. We're, of course, going to win this attack out over here in the Ottoman Empire. And we should clean up over here relatively soon. We really don't need these guys to be here. I'm going to tell them to make their way out over to one of these other fronts. France has people moving in over here. I think we let that go. I'd love to make our way to this front, but we'll just head out over here. Okay. So we're continuing to press in over this way. We may as well be on advance front at this point with these guys. Beautiful. So the South African military revolt has capitulated. No shockers there. And our law has progressed over to study. We're taking over significant portions of the French African holdings. And of course, the French are really piling in over this way. Fascinating. They're putting a lot of effort into this, and as long as they're doing that, they are not defending their African holdings. So I'm okay with this at this point. This religious revolt is now officially over. And we just need to continue to push our way through the Ottoman Empire at this point. I would like to pull one of these units out over here and move them. I mean, I'd love to make our way up here, but we really, really can't get there. Let's make our way over into Africa for now. We're definitely conquering large portions of this right now. Actually, with a third front coming out over here, we need to move one of these forces over, and we need to get here more quickly. So we'll do something like that. Yes, we're going to lose out over here, but that's fine. I don't care about that. And yes, we're currently negative financially. That is deeply unsurprising. What do we got going on right now? Oh, we have an available decision? We could survey the Suez Isthmus, and we should probably do that. Cool. We also discovered oil in Manitoba. And yeah, we're going to lose up in this front, but that's fully expected. So this battle is, of course, winning. We're going to continue to push in the Ottoman Empire here. Now, my question is, okay, the Austrians are here, and the Austrians are also here. Noted. So that's fine. I actually want these guys to be on a full defensive footing here. Just keep them busy, and you'll get pushed out of there eventually. But we want to keep those forces busy while we do this. There's a Sierra Leonean peasant revolt diplomatic play against us. Okay, that's cute. For the time being, I'm not too concerned about it. And we're definitely starting to occupy territories of the Ottoman Empire. It's looking good. This front will, of course, clean up over here. That's where the majority of the French troops are, but that is buying us a lot of time to push over here. Which is the idea. We, of course, need to clean up this Ottoman war. The question is, I mean, they're very likely not going to accept this anytime soon. The question is, how long is it going to take us to do that so that we can really focus in on the French Republic here? Now, we do have, say, Michael Grosvenor, who should really be coming out over here. We have Actually, a number of these guys. And I'm going to send some of these smaller forces over to these areas. Just to make sure that that's all dealt with. And then this guy, he can come out over here again. Cool. So we've got a bunch more forces on the way over here. Richard Bourne, we're just kind of throwing him to the wolves and saying, just delay as long as you can. I know you're not going to win this. And yeah, he's pushed off of there now. So we're going to directly move him over to here. I'm expecting that France is going to move a significant number of forces here and look to defend those holdings. That is definitely what I expect them to do. So we're winning this battle. And we'll see how much we actually take over there. Yeah, we're running very negative in our finances right now. This is not surprising considering we're at war currently with the number 2 and number 5 great powers in the world. And the Ottoman Empire is the 13th as well. So that's not shabby, right? It's not shocking that we're having some of those problems. We're going to send Timothy Colebrook over to here. And then Charles is going to head down this direction. Edmund doesn't actually have troops. Okay. That's all of our units that we have that actually have troops, so that's okay. We are going to wrap this up quite quickly. And there's a London Citizens Association, huh? Okay, a 10% enactment success chance for public schools. That sounds good. I'm quite pleased about that, really. And we'll continue pushing through the Ottoman Empire. Once the Ottoman Empire is defeated, then I kind of expect this is going to be super easy. Note how they have not even attempted to land in Macron, which is, of course, their war goal. That's what they're after here. So they've not even attempted to do this. The war with the Sierra Leonean peasant revolt has broken out, but we should not have any problem pushing through here. I'm not expecting that to be an issue at all. We're still successfully pushing through France. However, there's a lot of French troops on their way over here. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Once we're out of this Ottoman war, things will get a lot better for us, of course. They're split between these two fronts, but they're getting absolutely crushed right now. So they're at 49.1 war enthusiasm at this moment. That is fine. 820 reasons to not accept this. We aren't in charge of this peace negotiation. But France is starting to get tired of this war. There's no doubt about that. So we start up another attack over here. We're actually losing that attack. 21 to 16 is not ideal, that's for sure. We're going to press in down this way, of course. That's not a big problem. Hello, pause menu. And we're going to continue to attack the Ottoman Empire. Getting the Ottoman Empire out of this is our top priority. That's why we're focusing so hard on this over here. War support cannot be reduced below 0 here or here. Okay, there's the electric arc process, and we should probably swap over our production methods for that. So for the steel mills, there we go, plus 227k allegedly. Nice. I like it. We are running an electricity input goods shortage, though. So we should probably do something about that. That would probably be for the best. Somewhere like Leinster would be okay. So we're just going to queue up a bunch here. Specifically 51 here in Leinster. Actually, that was 52. Let's back that off. Perfect. Okay, so continuing to push through the Ottoman Empire. Once we're through the Ottoman Empire here and we can get that all taken care of. Okay, noted. So we're almost certainly going to want to switch over to a defensive footing over here. I'm also checking in over this direction. Yeah, that's fine. I'm checking to see if we have any free generals. We don't. Okay. So as soon as this battle is over, we're going to switch to a defensive footing here in Africa until we are completed with the... Yeah, switch over to defense here. Until we're completed with the Ottoman campaign, we're going on the defense in Africa. I want you to defend front. There we go. Cool. So I want you to defend front, and you to defend front, and you, everybody here is defending front. That's the way this is going now. So we're going to a defensive footing here. We're going to dig in, and we're just going to delay the French here until our forces are a little bit more, I guess, focused, is something we could say. And there's apparently an invasion over here, a naval invasion of our home island. The French are losing that. Cool. So that is good. Oil is indeed the future. The French are successfully attacking us over here, 14-8. That's unfortunate rolls there. But that's fine. We are continuing to push through the Ottomans, and that's the important thing here. Cool. I'm hoping that this will wrap up pretty soon. We can definitely move some of these forces over, potentially. Actually, I think we're fine with this. Yeah, for now, I think this is okay. So we're pushing through here, no issues. The Ottomans are down to 9%, so they have 756 reasons to not accept this, but that's going to start going down very quickly. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to keep keeping the French off of Britain. We're going to hold the line as best we can in Africa. We'll see how those rolls go, but we're attacking in the Ottoman Empire, and that's the important thing here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.